All right, welcome back to the meat of the matter. We have a guest today that is apparently a fan of the show. She watches us. It's such a good feeling that we know we're impacting and reaching out and touching people. And Sandra has reached out to Mark and has been working with him. So we're going to get into her story and how she's her carnivore journey and all the things carnivore with Sandra in 1 second.
Else is sick and fucking tired of seeing all the carnivore shit all over these fucking apps. No one cares if you only eat meat. Every single one of you have to identify by carnivore fucking Connie, carnivore Ken, whatever the fuck your name is, and you add carnivore to the end of it on your fucking bio is fucking weird. Weird. You're literally treating your diet like a fucking religion. A religion. A meat religion. Okay? Like, what in the absolute meat fuck is this shit? Your fucking boards with your eggs and your cheese and your fucking butter and your dates. Who cares? You can't shit. Your fiber intake is fucking zero, and you think you're just fucking trudging through life getting all healthy. Get the fuck out of here. No one cares. Your meat fucking ass, your meat farts, your meat sweats. No one wants to fucking hear about it. Okay?
Yay! Sandra and Mark. Sandra, how are we doing today?
Good. I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, amazing.
I can see that you're in Ireland.
I,
Well, I'm assuming it, because Mark's
I
right beside
am.
you. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So I just found out that that you watched the show and that you reached out to Mark and you've had a little bit of a carnivore journey, but let us know what. Maybe we can start from the beginning. Tell us what you're all about and how you got here.
Yeah, I'd love to share my story. Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. So I'll go back 11 years because there is a bit of a story. And so obviously my name is Sandra. I'm 62 years of age and I'm a born again Christian. I love the Lord. And so my faith in Christ is wrapped all around this story, revealing truth. So my husband died 11 years ago, and knowing what I know now, it's shocking to know that how God created our bodies to heal through the right, proper human diet, you know. And unfortunately, I didn't get it. Was, anyway, so my husband died 11 years ago, and my whole world changed. I worked in a counselling centre for about 18 years, and then a year later, that closed down. And so I ended up in a couple of relationships, very controlling and deceptive relationships, and married one. Ended up in America, in America, and realized that this person wasn't who they said they claimed to be in regards to fate and stuff like that. So I legged it out of there, came home in 2019, and my mom had dementia, so I ended up being her carer. And then we had 2020 and all the crazy stuff, which I could see right through. And yeah, very heartbreaking. My mom was begging for her, you know. She, like, people are so, we live in a world full of lies and deception, and you feel like it's just you against the world, you know. But anyway, I cared for my mom for about 2.5 years. And when my husband died and got married and all of that, I was doing my fitness pal 1,200 calories a week. And I know, knowing what I know now, obviously my cognitive thinking and the way what would have been influencing me and not being, I mean, I was married for 30 years and I didn't know what the world was like out there, you know. So so I do attribute that to my maybe naivety and innocence, and you know, trusting in people and all of that. But anyway, so I was very undernourished, very ripped. I was doing my Kalinetics. They're like
Oh,
Pilates.
I love that. Yeah.
I did send Mark a photograph of
Little
that.
pulses.
Yes, yes. It's amazing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just saying to Mark the other day, when I was doing that, I was going, all right, I've got my body in shape, but my face was so drawn and I didn't look healthy. Do you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even understand about nutrition, proteins, fats. I was doing all the low fat and high carb and hardly any protein. So so anyway, yes, I came back and I was caring for my mom, and then she passed away. It's 3 years now since she passed away. Then I went to college to do hair and beauty. Um, I left school before I was my junior cert. I never went on. I loved school, but we came from a big family, you know, the Irish family, 6 people, kids in a family. And so I got the opportunity to go to college. So I went to college, got all distinctions. I loved it. It was amazing. But when I finished college in 2022, I just fell apart. I just collapsed because I didn't deal with the divorce. All that happened in 2020, my mom with the dementia and the loss of my job, everything, like my whole world changed. I was
Heavy.
devastated and traumatized. And um, so yeah, on that journey, then I'd say it's about 4.5, maybe 5. I'm not sure, but so I found Ken Berry on my phone one day and he was talking about carnivore, but doing it in a real quick way. Lose 50 pounds, like in what, how many weeks, and you lose blah, 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 blah. And I done it. I went cold turkey and, but I had no clue. I watched Bella, Kelly Hogan, all of them. And it is very confusing because some are saying high protein, some are saying high fat, some are. So I did have, I do believe my brain was healed. I do believe I knew I needed help. I was trained as a counselor. I worked in a Christian counseling service. So I wasn't the counselor, but I was the office manager, administrator, receptionist, and we looked after people, you know, who needed help. But I knew I wasn't going to go for help in that regard. But when that came up and I saw that, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Like, that sounds weird. I wonder, you know, what that's all about. And I did have some success. I did, excuse me. But along the way, then, after my collapse and stuff like that, I got very depressed. I got very low. I got very hopeless. I, you know, I just felt like there was no hope, no future for me. I just felt like I'm getting older now and I had a chance and it was just snatched from me through deception, through lies, and you know what I mean? And
Oh yeah.
so I just continued anyway. And then from time to time, then I'd go, oh, here, I'm not losing weight on this. I'm going back. I was trying to do at least 1,500 calories and have my sourdough and my avocado and my yogurt and, you know, all the more keto. Yeah. But I wasn't satiated enough. I wasn't satisfied. And so it's quite, I'm kind of really coming really fast through it. Just recently, I've been in Sicily. My son lives in Sicily. He married a Sicilian, Giovanna. They're gorgeous. And uh, they paid for the flights and stuff like that for me to go over because they wanted me to see my granddaughter. And she's
Oh,
coming home now on Friday. I'm so excited to see them. And I kind of knew I didn't want to eat carbs. I didn't want to eat all the pasta stuff, but it was just because I hadn't been settled. I wasn't sure. I knew if there was going to be damage done. I knew in my head I was going to do something about it when I come back.
yeah.
And to be honest, I was so inflamed, wasn't I, Mark? I was like a little Michelin woman. I was like a little bubble, and I'm only 5'2", like, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I didn't stand or fight. I didn't have a fight in me to, I ate what I ate because there wasn't a lot, of me. They would be slagging me and all about the carbs. but so anyway, when I came back, then one night I was watching my YouTube, and your YouTube came up, and I start watching it, and you introduced Peter, and then you said, and Mark is from Dublin, and I'm going, what? Mark is from Dublin. And so I was just start praying, and I was going, Mark hadn't given out his email address. He gave out all his other links. And so I think it was a week later or a couple of weeks later, he said what his thing, and I'm writing it down. I'm pausing and writing it down, and then I sent him an email. And so I'm just blown away. He's an amazing coach, and I understand now. I mean, I was eating loads of butter coffees, and I was getting high. I do believe, or even if I was overdoing it or whatever, I believe something was happening in my through the trauma in my brain and all of that. But to have a plan and to know what to do, it's just wonderful. I'm just blown away, and it's only just over 2.5 months, isn't it, Mark? And I'm almost back to where I was. And now I do have my psychological little flips. I'd be going, when I tell him, Mark, about the scales, he's going, I don't want to know about the scales. But I do and I'm feeling more secure about that. I thank the Lord for my health. I've never been in bad health, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on any medication. So I do think everything was laid down so that when I finally met Mark, that I am very disciplined. I
Yeah.
do my genetics every day. I go for my walk, and I just wanted to be a testimony to my family, to people around me. I am very evangelist about when I know the truth, because the truth sets us free.
It's true. That's
Yeah,
the truth.
yeah, yeah. So I'm enjoying. I'm kind of on a cut, aren't I? Yeah, I'm almost there now to starting to was it recycle, is it, or what you call it? Reverse diet. Reverse diet, and
Oh,
so I've
nice.
just signed up for another 3 months. So I'm loving it, and I'm enjoying it, and I feel like because of Mark, I'm learning to trust the process.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think everybody is metabolically unhealthy to certain degrees, and it's very hard. I felt like I was just blown in the wind. I was kind of not sure which, what, or whatever. But I do attribute to when I was doing the carnivore, and at that time when I went to college, I mean, I was on fire. My brain was on. I got all distinctions in all of my science and hairdressing, like so many other like modules in the course. Like, it was amazing. So I'm starting a course now in September, a part-time, and there is the full-time is full. So I'm starting that in business and computers, because I hate technology, and I'm being dragged into the 21st century.
I feel you there.
Yeah, I'm the old analog world. Like, when I worked in the office, it was like the letter was printed, you just went in and changed the name or whatever. So that's very challenging for me. So yeah, I just feel like it's really a story of restoration, redemption, healing. And I feel like I've taken back what was stolen from me in so many ways, that this is the way I was, but in an unhealthy, not in a healthy way with food. Now I've got the two parts together, and it was before I met any man. Not that I'm against men. I'm hoping
No.
to meet a future husband who's on
Oh.
the same page.
Well, I gotta tell you, you look amazing for
Thank
one.
you.
Like,
I feel
that's yeah. Like, and just hearing your story from what you dealt with in your life, and how you are right now. I mean, if there's one thing that I've seen over and over again, I mean, we've seen over and over again, is that it doesn't change what's happened or what's happening, but your body's ability to process, take in, and be able to handle it, is that's the other side that not many people talk about, and especially with the carnivore thing, it's
Yeah.
that's very, very obvious. Like nothing's changed, but yet you're coming out of it from a different perspective, and you
Well, I
know,
think what does change, Tony, is the serotonin,
absolutely,
it's
yeah,
all of the internal stuff that we cannot see, which
yeah,
impact our mood, our
yeah,
behaviors, our attitudes.
totally,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I really do believe that even like there are people going around and they're so subservient, they're so believing lies about, they don't realize how free they are and what freedom
yeah,
they,
yeah,
and it's the food doesn't help with that because it impacts the brain and the thinking and all of that. My mom died of, she had dementia,
yeah.
and
It's
it was a 10-year slow vascular dementia. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Oh, I feel you. I mean, we're all affected by it in some way or shape or form. Like there's
yeah,
this, and you could argue like now, especially they know, like the people that know dementia is type 3 diabetes.
I think- yeah,
It's, and,
yeah,
and all the people that try and disprove that piss me off because it's like, well, why are we trying to, to say something that is going to benefit? You know what I mean? Like, and the awareness when people like yourself have been affected directly by this, and it's
yeah,
heartbreaking because I
yeah,
mean I've had people in my life too where it's like, I remember my aunt passed away when I was about 17, 18 for some rare lung heart thing. I know exactly what it was now, and it's like
yeah,
horrifying that it was all and funny enough, she moved down to the States and then was trying to get pregnant, and all these autoimmune things started popping up, and she just snowballed, and I know it was her diet, and I know it was this shift in the environment, and then the States weren't as good quality wise as that was when all this stuff was just starting, the monocrop, glyphosate, all that, and
yeah,
then the high sugar. But it's horrible when we have to deal with these things, and then we sort of have an awakening and realize it's all part of it,
yeah.
and
And it takes a while to believe it. It does. And I know Chafee says plants are trying to kill you and all of that, but I mean, it is so upside down. It's so opposite. A talk came to my mind there a couple of days ago, and I was thinking about like what's going on in America. They're taking away their Medicaid, Medicare, and all of that. And I was going like the thousands and thousands of dollars that they put into that. If they only ate what was right, they wouldn't need it. They
no doubt,
think and they are because of what they're eating,
yeah,
but they don't know the cure. You know.
yeah. And
And
you talk,
my big why is and my reason for doing this as well is that my kids are going to get their inheritance. They're not putting it in a nursing home and lose out on that for me. You know what I mean?
oh
I
yeah,
have three adult children.
yeah,
So yeah, I want them to benefit, you
yeah.
know?
That's the agreement I have with my mom. In the same way, I'm like, I want you as healthy as you can, as long as you can, because this doesn't have to be that way. It's just,
Yeah.
she's, my mom's 70, she's almost 80, and
Yeah.
she's in the best shape of all her friends by far.
Yes.
And that's just, it's a sign of like the last few years of really, really focusing on her diet has changed everything. But
Yes.
that's
I met a
that's
lady today. Sorry, I met a lady today out in my friend's shop, and she kept, well, you're not. My friend showed her a photograph of me, and then I was coming in to meet her today, and she goes, so, and my friend said, "How old do you think she is?" And she goes, 36.
You?
ah, yes,
Very
I was
good.
going out here. That's
nice.
a bit. But when she met me today, she just was like, "There's no way. How do you look like that?"
But you need to tell Tony your age now.
I did. I'm 62.
62.
62. There's no, that's, you
Just
look
gone.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Just on.
It looks incredible.
And then, you know, you touch on something as well that sort of like, it's not about religion, but I've had a spiritual awakening too because of this.
Yeah.
My brain started receiving things, and when you open up to the possibilities that we've been lied to, and we've been, you know, when you take yourself away from that, because that's what the hardest thing for me was when nutrition woke me up. Nutrition was like, just
Yeah,
before the pandemic, I was like, how are we so wrong about this? And I
yeah,
mean, when you start to feel it, you just
yeah,
know. And then all of a sudden, everything. And I mean, I had the same thing. I had a spiritual awakening. My brain started working. I was
yeah,
a sponge for knowledge, and my ability to discern the shit from what
yeah,
is
yeah.
it's unbelievable. And that sort of leads you down this new, you know,
Look, if you want truth, truth will
yeah,
find you. And to me,
yeah,
truth is a person.
yeah,
And even, people have been lied to about who God is. He's not a
totally.
God. He's a loving Father.
Yes, yeah,
Sent his Son to rescue us,
mm,
and we've been lied to.
yeah,
Religion means rebind. It's
yeah,
not. It's a personal relationship with the living. Not still on the cross. He's
yes,
resurrected, and
yeah.
we're the temple. He comes to dwell within us. You
Well,
know.
I mean, all you know, across all religions, if you look at it, it's just, you know, I don't really want to go down there because we can get
Yeah.
really, really,
Well,
really muddy quickly. But
yeah.
it's important that, you know, it's inside you, and everybody's potential is there, and it's really hard to explain to people when you've got this indoctrination and this programming coming from whatever place you wanted. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
believe there's a sinister, nefarious plan at play, that it's the forces that are battling, and once you find yourself, you know, at least you can
Like
take the power back.
spiritual battle, what's happening in the world,
Yeah.
and that's why I left the marriage, because this guy, he was kind of very into the occult and
Mm,
new age, Gnosticism, all of that, which was, so he deceived, I was deceived, like,
mhm.
and so that was devastating, in and of itself. And it's sad. It's Satan, the enemy. He doesn't come with his little pitchfork and his red suit. He comes as an angel of light.
I would say, well, yeah, I would say, you know, he comes in a lab coat.
Yeah.
So,
that's my view and my
of
perspective,
course,
my
and
journey.
but that's the thing that I find fascinating is that, you know, once we start to nourish the brain and the body,
Yes.
and actually become ourselves, the true human, all
Yeah.
these things start becoming, you can see them, you know, like the people that are caught in the system, caught in the loop, that first jolt of awakening, unfortunately, in our space, most people, it's that desperation, that they're at a desperation point. And to
Yeah.
be able to not be there and realize that this is all like, you know,
Yeah.
it's really quite interesting, because a lot of stories that we've found, especially doing this, the reasons are different, but that whole thing, when there's just this certain spark that happens, and you start to get it, and it's not a diet, it's not a,
No.
this is your life, this is your human right to be
Yeah.
Mm.
healthy. You
Yeah.
know, and I mean, people want to argue about coffee and argue about the plants are trying to kill you. I don't think that that's a whole other side of it. But the
I,
most important thing is getting that, being powerful in your own body. And when the mind and brain start working,
yeah.
that's when you can start to decide
Well,
which,
we get powerful people then, critical thinking, you know,
yes,
all
yeah,
that, you know what I mean? We have been conformed to a way of living,
hmm,
um, deception, and yeah, yeah, no, it is an amazing, I know, even, like, based on, it makes sense to me. Before the fall, there was the berries and the seeds and all of that, but after the fall,
but
God
you
killed
know what?
an animal. God killed an animal to clothe Adam and Eve in
Yeah.
Adam's skins.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can go down that
Yeah.
whole thing. I
Ah,
mean,
want to get any too deep into that,
but I mean, even the biblical diet, it's so misrepresented and it's bullshit
yeah,
because like
yeah,
they'll tell us we're supposed to be vegetarians. That's not true at all. That's
no,
not true at all. If you look in the Bible, it references eating meat. Jesus ate fish and loaves, and the bread was not the same as it was today.
no, it was
So
unleavened bread. But
yeah,
in the Old Testament, Tony, they couldn't eat pork, they couldn't
yeah,
eat certain meats. But in the New Testament, after the resurrection, you can eat what you want.
yeah. That's they just they spin that, and I mean that's the Seventh Day Adventist side of it, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
it's indoctrination.
Stories. It's shocking, isn't it? Really, and and I mean, I've been so educated in all of that, over the last few years,
Mm,
um, in all that has been exposed.
yeah.
It's just shocking. It is shocking. My daughter was 5 years vegan up
Mm,
until about a year and a half ago,
yeah.
and I just kept praying and pleading
What
with
happened? Why did she stop? If you don't mind.
answer to prayer. I went in one night to her and I was nearly crying and I was showing her Bella, steak and butter girl. Did you see
Yeah.
her skin
Yeah. Yeah.
was? But I just kept praying. I just kept saying, Lord, please open her eyes.
Yeah, for
Sometimes we do have to come to the end. Usually we're so stubborn. We have to come to the end of ourselves before we'll do anything.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
and so and it's all the propaganda. No animals. I love
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
This. I used to have to buy her before I knew anything about carnivore. I used to buy her fake burgers and sausages and all that. But I used to just, so I showed her it, and I was really pleading with her to look at it and see, how she can. She just her hair was falling out. She was having taken tablets all the time, headaches all the time. Like I think they say around 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's go
and
figure. That's when every cell in your body turns over.
yeah,
That's a
every
coincidence,
every
right?
month, very bad crumbs, bad pain. But I just kept persisting in prayer, and then
Awesome.
one weekend we were going to Liffey Valley where I live, up to the shopping mall, and she just turned around and said to me, "Do you know what, Mom?" She says, "I was thinking I might put dairy back in, an
Good.
egg."
That's a start. Yeah.
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 And I do believe God was working on her to open her heart and open her eyes, because we all have a role to play. You can't
Mhm.
help someone who doesn't want to be helped, but
No
we can
doubt.
steer them in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah. No, it's believe me, knowing what I know and seeing the people that I love just make excuses and just not under, they just don't get it. And it's like, like
Uh,
we all have to face that. And that's, it's unfortunate because, just,
yeah,
just put the news on and you'll see, right? Like you can just
right.
play by play how that's bullshit, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. And their
Yeah,
arguments are all the same. They just fall back on it, on themselves. And
yeah. And the
and
difference between, like, what I've learned over the years is there's the difference between weight loss and fat loss.
of course, yes, yes,
Calories out, you know, it
exactly.
it all makes a difference. It's so detrimental. You may, if you're younger, get away with it for a while,
Well,
but yeah,
yeah,
uh, malnutrition, your body is not. When I realized that my body can't access whatever protein I'm trying to eat because of the other things
yeah,
that.
I think that was the biggest factor we had was the weights, like
Yes,
the
it's
scales.
inflammation.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
when we met at first, I think the biggest thing you could clearly see you were under eating. You were too focused on the scales. You were definitely
yeah,
you weren't getting the nutrition in whatsoever.
yes.
And to this day, we're still working on that because you're
Yes.
still focused on the scales.
Well, I'm down nearly a stone now, with 13
We're down
pounds.
nearly a stone, but
it's funny how that happens when you're not worried about weight, hey?
yeah,
No,
that's
no, no. I'm learning. I still get fun out of doing it and watching it.
Yeah.
Now, when he starts giving me more food, my brain is going to have to deal
No,
with it.
you know
And he
what?
say I could go up on the scales, but I'll be lean.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah. It's what the hardest part, even with my clients, is, especially the women, is telling them it's okay to not, you don't want to undereat. You need, when it's nutritiously dense food, and when that scale starts plateauing, what do you think's happening to your body when you're getting fully nourished? Your muscles getting more dense, your bones are getting heavier, you're getting mineralized. Like, that's the thing, and that weighs more. So a plateau could be a very, very good thing. And that's, it's quite often, I look in the mirror when your friends are telling you, oh, what are you doing? You look great. The scale hasn't moved, but they're noticing it.
Well, you look at what's going on in the world, Tony, you know this. Like, everybody is pretty much on an eating disorder at the moment, because they're always calories in, calories out. Focusing on that number. That number is all that. And that's what we see all over social media. It's like, that number. You need to track that number. You need to make sure that number is perfect. And you can clearly see that people are stressed. They're wrecking their hormones, their metabolism. It's damaging the body. It's putting too much stress on. That's something that I seen with Sandra at the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
It was just constantly, whatever I need to do.
Shut up.
That's it. Just like, stay away from the scales. I said we're on day 1, get rid of the scales. But
I know.
Like, 12 weeks in, the scale's still there, but we're nearly there.
Well, there, I'm just really enjoying. I'm just so full of life now. So, like, it's just amazing. I do feel, and I feel, I just feel like I've got my life back, my body back.
Sandra, that's something that I want to touch on too, because, like, I mean, obviously Mark's a coach, I'm a coach, we're doing this podcast, and I'm a big believer in it's who you resonate with. And I mean, when you were talking about it before, about Ken Berry, Anthony Chafee, Bella, you're getting bombarded with all these different, slightly different philosophies, slightly different things. You can get
anymore. It does. And a lot of people watching, it was almost, what's that, orthorexia? It's like, I don't want to eat anymore. They're saying this, don't eat that, do eat this, don't eat that. And it was like, well, what's the truth? I know there's a truth in here. I know the food that I'm eating is right, but I didn't know how to navigate that.
And that's the value in hiring a coach.
Yes.
I mean,
I would.
The whole thing about, having somebody that's done it, that knows, and it can tailor it towards you, because we all have our own carnivore diets. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the most important thing is you and how you can live with what you got to do, and getting to a goal and having a guide. And I do believe that, like, for the people that, whatever they talk about the money side of it. And it's like, you know what, to me, this doesn't make sense, because your health is everything. And when you start to realize that, how much shit do you buy every day, at Starbucks, and you're buying a blueberry muffin and you think that's banana bread is healthy. It's going to be a healthy breakfast today. I won't put butter on it. Like, that's the mentality of,
I know.
So it's wild. And I'm proud of you for that, because you know what, that little bit of guidance, and, Mark's, I would hold him in very high respect. And, he's probably one of my top 5, man. If I needed a coach, I'd call him too. You know what I mean? Like, this is the stuff that really, really sets it different. Once you get somebody that can help you get to be you, a better version of yourself, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, the truth resonated with me. I knew this was truth. I knew God was leading me to this, and even to Mark, I accredit that to my relationship with the Lord and connecting me, because, like, I've been watching all the influencers from America.
Yeah.
And I'm going, where are they in Ireland? Like, and then he pops up on and then you're from Canada, aren't you?
Yeah.
What part are you from?
Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm on the rainy side, not the snowy side.
So are we today.
Yeah, it's very overcast. Yeah.
But we got some nice weather today, but Vancouver. But that's I'm so happy in it. Like, just hearing you here makes me so happy that we're doing something that actually people are paying attention to. Because, I believe there's, this is my little bit of a tinfoil hat thing. I think the algorithm is not on our side.
I know.
You know what I mean? Whatever way you want to look at it, blah, blah, blah. But it's very nice that And it makes me happy that, you know, we're doing this for you. This is why
Yeah.
we do it. And I'm so proud and happy of Mark and you for reaching out to Mark. And that's so beautiful.
Yeah. And I've told Mark, look, I'm available to whatever, if he wants, you know, if he wants to invite me to share whatever in real time or whatever, you know.
Wow.
Happy to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of life and death, literally. It is.
But like the thing is, like week 1, you would have never done this.
Like
I remember
the podcast. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see myself kind of almost back to where I was. I did my visual. I couldn't see it. I can't believe how quick. But I think that's because I'd been on it for over 4 years. That those 2 weeks in Sicily, just I was eating fruit, everything. I was just like, there's nothing I now control. I can't. I have no control over the foods.
Yeah.
So I just I was eating things I never ate in 4 or 5 years. So I think it's a testament to how long I've been on it.
If you look back at all the diets that you've done in the past,
Slimming World, Weight Watchers, counting calories, yeah.
And why do you feel this one in particular?
I don't even think about. I was out all day this morning, and I'd be more thinking, "Oh, my plan. I have to get this done or whatever," instead of being more intuitive. And so I was out I just had a couple of coffees this morning. I had no breakfast, and I got back at about 2:00, 2:30, and I just had my steaks, and I'm good to go. Because I do believe my body is nourished. I don't need it, you know. And I'm in a routine, and it's great because before I felt hopeless. I felt like, what's the point? Stay in my room, watch my, you know. I just felt so hopeless, and you know. And now I have, you know, I have something to look forward to. I'm in a routine now, and I get my coaching call, and I'm just so busy now. I've met new friends, and my world is just opening up now to.
Oh, that's amazing. I can see the energy coming through. Like I feel it.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that because a lot of people.
I wish I didn't have to wear my glasses.
Oh no.
I can barely see.
I was just going to mention, isn't it amazing that someone her age is looking at life now differently, and there's a lot of people out there that are younger than Sandra, and they're literally giving up. It's like, okay, done. I've lived my life.
You don't have to look like that old nanny or I'm a nanny. I have 5 grandchildren. We don't. That's the typical, you know, image that we're given. That this is the way it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be and have a stick and
I mean, I have quite a few ladies over 60 that I'm helping, and they've done the same. They Weight Watchers, the blah 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 blah, and they just were like, it's just the way it is, and I'm like, that's unacceptable. It's not the way it is. We've been told that's the way it is, and that is bullshit.
Yeah.
And once your body starts getting nourished the right way, and you get pushed the right direction, just a little nudge, it's amazing what happens, and then you start to feel it. And I mean, Sandra, how would you feel about some expert coming up to you saying, "Well, Mark doesn't know shit. He's not a PhD or a scientist."
I know what Mark knows, not to the extent. No, I'm not. I know. I totally respect qualifications and all that, and his life experience. But no, I know I know it. No one can tell me any different.
And because you feel it. And when you feel it, you know it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's so amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing that people just don't like. It's sad because like we try to explain that. I try to explain, like, I mean, I see my friends and I'm running circles around them. I'm not like an Olympic athlete. I don't run marathons, but yet I can all day long, no problem, no eating. I don't eat food. And they're sitting there snacking, having lunches, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I don't eat something in 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm 10 years older than you, and they're like, they don't see, and I'm like, I can't explain this to you, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's not me being a genetic freak. This is absolutely normal. But they just
sorry. And what I learned about was skinny fat tofu.
That's true. Yes.
The visceral fat behind the stuff like that. That is really,
And that's the dangerous stuff.
no, it's just, I'm just so grateful that I got an opportunity, and I just keep saying thank you, Lord, because to have Mark to help me to walk this journey with me, to get me, and like I kind of do be a bit, I'm saying, will I be able to do this on my own now by the time we get through this? And he was going, yeah, you will.
Well, that's the beautiful thing. And that's what I know. Mark does this and I do this. My goal is to make you not need me. You're to start that mindset where in the future, you're a ninja. You're your own ninja, like, and that's the goal, right? Like, I mean, any diet that stops isn't going to work. It's just, that's the way it is. I mean, if you
I asked Sandra this question. It was yesterday, wasn't it? Was I? Yeah, no, it was on Monday. I asked Sandra this question on Monday. If she was to start all over again and try and lose the weight, would she be able to do it on her own? And she said 100% yes.
Yes, that's beautiful.
That's pretty much half the puzzle done.
Yes.
Now, when we do the reverse phase,
I
feel like she's going to nail that. She's going to know exactly how to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm
confident. That will help me then to help others, I suppose.
And I think what's going to happen is when we do the reverse phase, you know this, Tony, it's about getting better every year.
Yeah.
Every year you're getting better, you're getting stronger. Everything in your life is just getting better. You should never be in a weight loss phase.
No. Yeah. And that's what I find too, is when I'm working with people, and I know Mark's the same way, is like it depends on where you start from. Like your starting point will dictate where we go. I mean, some people with autoimmune, and we're going to get into the endometriosis thing actually in a little bit, but where you start from, there's certain foundations that you have to build, and the idea is to just keep snowballing the right way, and by the end of it, then you can start, like, once you have all these the right foundations, then you can start to things open up. Fat adaptation.
Yeah.
You can tell somebody, but until they start feeling fat adaptation, trying to tell them to fast or go without some people freak out when they don't eat for 2 hours. Like, what I mean? And this is like, that's the thing. It's like, it's beautiful when you can tell somebody, if you're not hungry, don't eat. Just make sure your meals count. The next time you eat till you're full and satiated. But it's funny how we've been told breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, you got to have something to eat in the morning. Well, I haven't had anything to eat in the morning for 4 years, and I'm feeling pretty good. So, right.
So some of the benefits, I've noticed my hair after getting thicker, and plaque is off my teeth. And even I was going to my dentist, and he was seeing some gum disease coming, and then the whole 2020 happened, so it was cancelled on me. So when I went back to my dad, he says, "What are you doing?" He said,
yes
gums were healed. I said, I'm eating I changed my diet. My glasses falling off.
in my personal experience now, I have met 12 people that have had the reversal of gum problems, myself included. It's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah.
And it's this periodontal madness and this whole other industry that we probably have to do a whole other talk on. That's, from the fluoride in the teeth to, like, it's just, wow, taking care of your teeth is a whole other animal, right? And it's amazing when you take care of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Sandra, how would you feel about all the stuff that you've been going through, healing processes? All these things are progressively getting better. You're becoming more human. Now somebody's going to come up to you and say, "Well, are you worried about your cholesterol?"
No, no, I know that one. No, our brains need cholesterol. I know. I've been here on my own, learning so much truth in more ways than one. Not only just food, but so many other, so many other things.
So now my next question to you is, knowing the stuff, seeing all this stuff happen in your life, do you think you're on your way to a heart attack or a heart disease, or something's gonna happen? Like,
no,
right?
I can't believe how healthy. I think I've never been sick. Like, I'm very seldom sick anyway. So
Mhm.
this makes it even more amazing that you know, I don't, unless someone knocks me down on the road.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
I don't have any fear. No, absolutely not, because I understand that the whole thing about cholesterol and that my body needs it. My body needs fat, and yeah, it's just it's amazing. It's so amazing. I wish people would listen to me. I'm trying to tell. I'm glad that my daughter is not vegan anymore, and she has had her hair is more shiny, her skin is glowing and stuff. I kind of have her on a more meat based diet, but you know,
it's
um,
and that's something that, like, that's a whole other side of, like, the indoctrination and programming. And I understand being ethically not wanting to harm animals, and I understand, I can feel for that, but nutrition is nutrition, and
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
hard to argue
Look,
what the body needs.
we've heard about what they have to kill for the
Yeah.
vegetable.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a whole other, like, I mean, it's just shocking. And actually, this week that I missed our podcast on Sunday. When
I know.
I was listening to it.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
was screaming. I was like, of all the bloody things, I hate that Nagra, that Dr. Nagra with his bullshit supplements or better shit. Like, oh my God, man. And he's from Vancouver. That's what pisses me off more. This guy says, well, we don't know because supplements might be better than the real thing. Shut up. Like, you tell me, God and Mother Nature are stupid now? Is that what we're saying? Like, okay, buddy.
I did another video today, and I'm going to send it to you, and I want you guys to absolutely destroy it on Sunday.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
Destroy it, honestly, because this one's even worse.
Right. Yeah, I watched that Dr. Nagra had a debate with Anthony Chafee.
I seen that.
It was just like the stupidity of his arguments were basically.
He was challenging his credentials, wasn't he? Is that the
Well,
guy?
no, it was basically like, well, if we made better things, wouldn't that be acceptable to you? And Anthony Chafee's like, yeah, but we don't. And he's like, well, B12 supplements are just as good as the thing, but we don't have any research on that. Like, why are you trying to prove this stuff that's not provable? And it was horrible. Like, I wanted to rip this guy's head off. Believe me, it was pretty bad.
Sure, he had one with Carnivore Amy as well. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Carnivore Amy, and Amy literally destroyed him, ripped him,
and he pulled.
Absolutely.
The thing that pisses me off about him too is he's pulling debate tricks. Like, you could tell that he's one of those people that never is wrong. So he always falls back on these straw men all the time, and it's basically enough word salad to get you tripped up. But that's not truth, or is or isn't. That's just getting somebody frustrated. You know what I mean? And it's so obvious with this guy, and it just, holy shit. I was like, when watching that, I was like, this just, whatever comes out of his mouth just makes me want to strangle him. So I feel for you. So I understand the vegan side of things. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy that you keep up the prayers and she'll come around.
Do you know what I wanted to say to you? This thought just came to my mind. My daughter-in-law hates vegetables and never eats them.
Really?
Never ate them all her life. She goes, she won't eat them. Yeah.
Good. We all.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a theory too. Is like, if we took all the man-made crossbreeding new age vegetables, moved them back to the old world, to the way they actually look like.
Yeah.
We wouldn't like vegetables either. I'll tell you what, we'd have to put a shit ton of butter and a shit ton of seasoning and salt on them for them to be tasty, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And is it the baked potato, or is it the butter and sour cream you put on it that makes the baked potato?
I know. It's a crazy upside down world, isn't it? But look, those who want to know the truth will receive it. And if they get sick enough, they will, and we just be here waiting to be asked.
Yes. And you know what?
We're a walking testimony. You can't, it's undeniable.
No. But you know what? When you say that, like, the the excuses and they hold on to it so tightly. It's like, they have that, like, I laugh. I'm like, you had a sandwich. What is
Tony.
that?
I think they're
What's that?
afraid. I think they're afraid.
Well, it is. There's multifaceted things, right? Like most.
Say something that I believe to be true.
Yeah, most people fall back on the I could never do that because, and that's not what I'm telling you. It's like it's not about whether you could ever do it or not. It's what is the optimal diet for a human being.
Yeah.
Okay, you may decide to eat something, but when you don't understand what that is, you start falling back. Well, I would never do that. I could never do that. You're just special. Like, oh my Lord, I could never. I'm telling you, I was addicted to chips. I was eating bags and bags of Doritos. I don't even know. I don't even want to guess how many bags of Doritos I've eaten throughout my life.
Yeah.
I thought even when I started low carb, I had my cheats and they were a big bag of Doritos once a week.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I'll ever not be able to do this. But then all of a sudden, coming into grips and realizing and feeling good and all this stuff. Now I can't even put them in my mouth. They like, it confuses my brain. It's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. That's the miracle, isn't it? It
Yeah.
naturally happens that way, that you're not the cravings go. You're not, like, I even took out, I used to have stevia in my tea, and like I just cut everything out. I've no stevia.
Yeah.
I took that out, or meat.
And I mean, I'm in a different position now where I'm so trial and error with my body because I feel so in tune with it. Like I have sugar from time to time, but it is absolutely. As soon as it happens, I'm on, like, this is this experiment. How's my brain? How's my sleep? How's my anything popping up? I want to know what's going on. And I mean, we're talking a cup of gelato, like, this much. And I'm just like, I want to know what's going on. And I mean, I think I mentioned one time in the podcast, but I did an experiment. I didn't realize I was doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for 30 days. And I bought this bacon on sale at the butcher. It was maple bacon. And by the time, I didn't realize it till I cooked it. And I was like, this is delicious. I ate the whole pound of bacon. And then I went right to the store and wanted sugar. And it was like, I went batshit crazy and this was 2 years into Carnivore. So that woke me up to, this is serious stuff. But I always test myself. Like, I used to drink a lot of Coke. Now I'll put a Coke Zero in the fridge and see how long it'll stay there, because I want to know I'm in control of this. And if I choose to drink it, it's on my terms and it's not it telling me. But I mean, that's kind of where you get to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love your recipes. I saw you doing some recipes when Mark lets me eat more food. I'll be able to win. I think you done breads or something, was it?
Well, you know what? Like, that's kind of something that I've started with. It's kind of funny when I was single, I'm just steak and eggs all day, like easy, no problem. But now that I'm with my girlfriend, it's kind of fun because she's a carnivore and we can kind of have a little bit of fun and do things. And I've always hated bread. I've always hated, like, the carnivore breads, all the cloud breads and all the bullshit. It always just let me down. But I've made some good carnivore pizza, but it was like a giant burger patty with cheese and stuff, right? But then this carnivore crust, I was like, okay, it's chicken. And, of course, someone in the comments, well, that's 3,000 calories, right? I'm like, yeah, and I'm so much fatter today. Like, really? Like, I don't, but that was just a cool thing. It was a crust. And I mean, we're kind of doing these little experiments now, and it's fun because, I mean,
and I do think what you're saying, like how long you're down the road on it, it's the more healing I get, and the more sure it won't have a negative impact if it's animal based, like,
And I mean, when I started low carb too, I was doing the donuts, I was doing the fat bombs, I was doing everything that was keto this. And then I just realized that, as I kind of progressed into my journey, I just was like, I'm easy. Just like, no, this makes so much more sense. There's no screwing around. But now I'm trying to find ways to, like, get more egg yolks into hollandaise sauce. And it's like, if I'm going to eat a stick of butter, I might as well put 8 egg yolks in there too. And then it's like a meal. Right?
I'd love that, my mayo and stuff like that, be able to make that. We don't really have much in Ireland. Sure, we don't.
No.
The products.
No.
Well, you got Kerrygold butter, so I'm
We
jealous.
got Kerrygold butter, and it's saying what price? It's actually $5.50.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Or is it? It's nearly €6 now.
Well, I just actually I was meeting with I actually brought some beef to a client of mine yesterday, and we had a little. He lives right on the border of the states, so because Canada is so awesome, we have this dairy cartel that doesn't let any other thing come in. So anyway, that's a whole other story. But the states, he goes down to Washington State to pick up Kerrygold butter. It was like $6.99 for like for a pound. Now it's like $6.99 for half a pound, and it's doubled.
Oh my gosh!
So
Wow.
they're making it so hard. And I know our grass fed butter in Canada. I went into the store, I almost lost my mind again. It's up $1 again. I'm like, it was $4.99 for like 2 sticks of butter. Now it's $10 in Canada. It's ridiculous. And this is my shit. I just eat 5 things. I'm like, ugh.
No, it is getting very expensive. Yeah, we've got good land here, haven't we? Pasture land, and we're very blessed to have a lush country. Ruminant animals, and our eggs and.
Well, you guys, we may all have to fight for it, right? That's the scary part that's coming up.
Yeah.
But Sandra, before we finish, I want to know what you eat. What's your typical day of eating? What does it look like?
So I'm on a plan. So I'm almost there. I've still a little bit of inflammation left, not much. But so when I get up in the morning, I don't eat till about 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30, 11. I usually put it in around 11, and I have 5 eggs fried with lard. I make 2 omelets, or I'll change it to 10 grams of coconut oil and scramble them in the pot with coconut oil, and 100 grams of chicken breast in the air fryer, and my cup of coffee with a little bit of whipped cream, not the double cream. And then for dinner, then around 5 o'clock, I have 550 grams of sirloin steak. I absolutely love sirloin steak.
That's my favorite too.
3.5 or 4 steaks, and it's just so satiating. It's gorgeous. But I am looking forward to eating the chicken thighs.
Yeah.
When the fat is, all of it is gone, so that I, enjoy the fattier cuts. Looking chicken wings, chicken thighs, maybe a ribeye now and again. So I'm looking forward to that. But it has not been. The only hardest part was the first. I think the first couple of weeks I was just so exhausted. I kept go to bed. I couldn't. I was drained. I was just exhausted. But once I say, does it take 3 or 4 weeks?
About 4. Yeah, but that was just keto flu. We know that.
Yeah.
But I was so inflamed after being in Sicily. That wasn't long after me coming back. So that's why it hit so hard.
Yeah.
But now I'm just skipping around the place.
Oh, that's amazing. Because that's the other side of this too, is what people don't understand is the healing side. It's the nervous system. Like there's so many different variables at play with so many people. Just we talk like it's easy. Oh yeah, it's just. But I mean, when your body's getting fully nourished.
Yeah,
it's going like, what is going on? We need to purge. We need to detox. We need to send some information some places that we've never done before. That can be a little shocking, and it's critical to understand the way to get through that is the same. And it's good that you have somebody like Mark that can actually say, hey, it's okay. You'll come out of it. And some people take a really long time.
I just felt like I tried the high fat, the high protein, loads of food, lesser food. And I did lose weight and I did get results, and but I think my mental health and the trauma and all that I'd been through, because I wasn't getting it exactly right, I wasn't hitting. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Needed somebody to help me.
There is a sweet spot for everybody, and everybody's a little different, and that's the thing we touched on before, is that it can get overwhelming following 17 people. Like you're just like, okay, this guy does that girl does this worked for her. Wow, what do I do? And it's nice to get focused on you. And that's the beautiful thing. And I know Mark's very good with people and focusing on you.
He is. He's so good. Yeah, I'm just really happy, and I'm so just thankful. Yeah, that the future doesn't look so bleak now, even no matter what in the world all around. Yeah, it's I have still a lifetime ahead of me. You know what I mean. As I said, I'm only 62. I'm not that old. And excited at the potential.
In biblical terms, you're only halfway there.
I know.
Right? You're a teenager. You're a teenager.
Yeah. So yeah, and I do hope to, you know, I hope people see, and they do, and they are reacting, and you know what I mean. I do, because of my faith and because of the carnivore, I do exude energy and positivity, and because it's I believe that's how God wants us to be, not afraid. Feed our bodies what it's to eat, and trust in him. That's what I do anyway. That's my motto.
Well, Sandra, we're very grateful for you too, because it's stories and people like yourself that are coming into this, that are, it's beautiful to see that. I don't want to even call it an awakening. It's just coming into your humanness, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You're a ball of energy, and it's like you look radiant. It's so
a
nice,
isn't it, Tony? I mean, if I would encourage anybody watching this, or now or in the future or whatever, to sometimes we have to unlearn things as well as much as learn things, and so I would just encourage them not to be afraid and try it. Just try it.
Yeah.
And not wait until you get to
desperate.
Too late, maybe. My husband, I do believe that had we known what I know now, may not have passed away as young as he was only 53. I think he was 53. He's only a young man. Cancer. He died of cancer in the blood, in the bones. Like, do you know what I mean? And yeah, so these things, we've got kids with autism, ADHD, and all of that. It's just it is heartbreaking. You can't help but let it impact you in a way. Know that there's something you can do about it. But yeah, just keep walking the walk and living it and letting it. You can't deny it. I'm looking at this. Is the first time I've seen Mark in the flesh.
Oh, yeah.
We do our Zoom calls. He's real tiny. He's real tiny little features and all. But no, he's lovely. You look amazing. He's beaming as well because.
For sure. Yeah, that's kind of what drew me to Mark, man. I like.
It's been amazing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, Sandra, we want to so appreciative for you coming on and.
Oh, thanks so much for having. I love your show, and I do watch it every week, and I love the music, and I love that one. Your woman giving out.
Yeah. Oh, and that's
great. Oh, it's great. It's amazing. There's a real vibe to it. There's a real energy to it. It's not. It's really good. I like it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's that's why we do it. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. I know the boys put in a lot of work, and we're all just trying to push this message and trying to do our part in this whole clown world.
Well, it's lovely to have met you, Tony.
You too. And I would love to. Anytime you want to come back and talk to us, by all means, I'd love to have you. And anytime.
Oh, okay.
And thanks. And then we got to say it. How do you feel about Mark as a coach? Let's just throw it out there.
Oh, amazing. 100%. Yeah, he's no nonsense, Mark.
Yes. Yeah.
Believe in me, you're in good hands. That's it. And you have to trust. And I do trust him. I'm learning to even trust myself by trusting him. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty damn good coach to me.
Huh?
Sounds like a pretty damn good coach to me, right?
Amazing. Yeah. 1,000%.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Sandra, thank you so much.
I'm promoting him now. Give him
No, that's good. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. And just for everybody that's watching this, we are live Sundays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. in the UK and Ireland, 7 p.m. in the Netherlands and Europe. Sandra's with us. She's I love it that she watches us on Sundays. So hopefully we can all see you there. We want to thank you again, once again, Sandra. Like amazing, and keep up the great work. And we're right behind you.
Yeah, I'll come back on again and give you an update of my journey.
Love it.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Stop's going grey.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Tony.